And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. So on the floor for Golden State, Brandon Pajemski out there with MP. Then it's Moses Moody. Then it's Kuminga.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Pajemski out there with MP. Then there's Jusuf Nurkic. Then there's Moody. And it's Kuminga in at the 4 spot. Well, you know, Clark, anticipation is key in this NBA game. So often it seems the great ones can see a play ahead.
I don't think there's any question about it, Kevin. It's one of the things I look for in players. How do they see the floor? Do they make passes based on anticipation versus reaction? It's almost like somebody playing checkers and another guy playing chess. The very best players seem to be chess players.
MP with video game numbers. How about the 60, 20, and 10 triple-double?
An all-time game in league history. MP just doing everything. This guy is a human cheat code.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against Utah was all business. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and that's not to mention the fact that by the end of the night, he had a triple-double. And with the flashy numbers he put up in that one, it's worth the price of admission just to see how he follows it up. Guys?
Thanks, as always, Allie, for that great report. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see. Tell you what, MP's game makes you excited about the future of this league.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. And Kuminga throws it down.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket. He can't get anything to fall, at least not this quarter.
Pajemski on the wing. Mitchell against Alston. Pass to Nurkic. 5.
And so in the game for the Warriors, Jonathan Kuminga is out there with Moses Moody. Then it's Jusuf Nurkic. Then there's Brandon Pajemski. And it's Alston in at the point guard position.
And we've seen Beal improve as a playmaker over the years. That's a nice pass.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against Utah was all business. He had an unbelievable amount of points and put up double digits in 3 categories. His numbers from that game jump off the stat sheet. He was just superb. Guys, let's see if he can do it again.
Okay, Allie, thanks. Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
Now here's Beal. No made baskets yet. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
Alston, the pass to Nurkic. Back to MP. Pass to Pajemski. 5 to shoot. Here's the 3.
Talking about get on my face. Yeah. Oh, you wanna watch?
So it's Beal who brings the ball up for Los Angeles. They've got Mitchell. Nick Richards out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Harden, and it's Beal in at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Tim, you know, you've played it for so long. The intensity of competition can lead to some heated communication, even between those on the same team.
Oh, Kevin, believe me, in the 10 years I've played in the league, you often see that between teammates because you have highly competitive individuals who aren't always going to see eye to eye.
But don't you think that's good, though, that competitive tension that may exist within a team?
It creates an edge, Kevin, that you need to win in this league.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Jazz really lit up the floor. He dropped an amazing number.
Here's Harden. Last game out, he had 38 points. All right, Doris, when you're talking about the type of player who comes off the bench, what kind of player do you like best in that 6-man role?
I mean, for me personally, I love guys who can keep pressure on the defense with their scoring ability. Somebody who can shoot with range or put it on the deck, because then your offense doesn't take a step back.
And so in the game for the Warriors, Brandon Pajemski out there with MP. Then there's Butler, then it's Kuminga, and it's Jackson Davis in at the center position. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Jazz really lit up the floor. He dropped an amazing number of points, and he registered a triple-double, showing off all of his skills. Such an impressive effort. The team relied on him, and he delivered.
Oh, great stuff, Allie. Tremendous effort from him in that last game, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I think he pushed them to the win through...
Good! That's another bucket!
And as he continues to fill it up, guys, he's nearing first place all time for points in the season.
Historically dominant. He's put them on his back all season long. Washington passes to Harden. Can they get it? The Warriors pull it in. Jackson Davis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And it's Butler with the jam.
It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
You know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
Butler against Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Harden from outside.
Stars in the LDs at the bottom. GA certified before I was GIA certified. Mr. Emmy Cash, anytime you see him, you know. On see records, play up there to catch it up, you know. Trigger.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. Pajemski out there with MP. Then it's Trace Jackson Davis. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Butler at the power forward. And you look at the top players in the NBA, one thing a lot of them share in common, yet another bucket.
And as he continues to fill it up, you guys, he's nearing first place all time for points in a season.
Yep, historically dominant, GA. He's put them on his back all season long. Mitchell, he's checked in for James Harden. Golden State also making some changes. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Kuminga. And it's Stephen Curry in for Brandon Pajemski. MP.
And so it's Leonard who brings up the ball for Los Angeles. A tough loss coming against the Lakers in their last game played.
On the road, they got owned defensively. They just couldn't match the activity level of their opponent.
Yeah, if you allow a team to shoot such a high percentage in their own building, you're going to have a big hill to climb.
Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court. Colin Sexton out there with Mitchell. And it's Washington in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Jazz really lit up the floor. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he did everything else he could have wanted as well, ending with a triple-double. And he was huge for them in that one. Talking to his coaches pregame, they hope he can repeat that performance with another one here tonight. Back to you.
Great report there, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
Let's toss it to the sideline, where we've got more on MP's historic season.
He's approaching the single-season assist record. John Stockton's 1990-1991 is the current mark. And I asked what breaking the record would mean to him, and he said passing a legend like Stockton would be an incredible honor. He is the...
Waking up in a dream, sleepwalking on another big stage. You never heard peace till you hear people scream your name and you the sun. I'm so far away from the place I used to be, struggling usually. Look at the new me, fate pursuing me. I can feel the energy.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Tim, when you think about how the game is currently being played, how hard do you think it is to defend?
Here's Leonard. 9 points in his last outing. And Doris, the Clippers coach Ty Lue, considered to be one of the master tacticians on the NBA sideline.
And BA, a lot goes into that. It's not just the adjustments in game or the play calling in late game situations.
And here are the Clippers now. So on the floor for Golden State, they've got MP, Trace Jackson Davis out there with Butler. Then there's Bogdan Bogdanovic, and it's Curry in at the 2. Clark heading into the postseason. Some teams have bet it all on star power, while others have bet on chemistry.
Hey, I think continuity and chemistry are really the most important components to winning the championship, because every team in the league has talent. Some have more talent or more superstar talent, but you've got to have a chemistry, a continuity, a connectedness that helps you work through the tough spots in the season and certainly in the playoffs.
You know, words sometimes don't do justice to MP's greatness on the court, Grant. But how about numbers? A 20-20-20 triple-double.
Oh, B.A., the kind of stat stuffing we'd only seen before from Wilt Chamberlain and Russell Westbrook. He's lighting up box scores, opponents, marquees, you name it. He is here to shine.
Here's Sexton. No scoring in this one. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. Colin Sexton is out there with Mitchell. And it's Washington in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now. A little bit in his head.
And the basket by Curry.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the...
He got it again! Sensational!
That bucket does it. He's tied the top spot for points in a season.
Well, to call him a force in offense wouldn't do him justice.
Don't give them the truth, what they say though, but we gon' do it anyway. Whenever we say go, whenever we say go. Yeah, that's it. To all the then $100 kilo.
We've got 33 seconds left in the second. Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court. Mitchell out there with Colin Sexton. And it's Washington in at small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Now here's Zubac. He's averaging more than 12 a game. A consistent threat on offense. Just 5 to shoot. They still need this. Mitchell misses.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting with...
Again! What an avalanche! And we've known he was closing in for a while now, but to see him cross that finish line is something special to behold.
And he's done it again. Once more setting and advancing the record for most points in a season. He continues to push that envelope. And so it's the Golden State Warriors. Way out of reach with an enormous lead as we head into a break. Really mucking it up on defense. Active hands, multiple efforts, forcing turnovers. Back after this.
Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Can you guess what we're starting the show with? Wow, you guys are good. Time for the power rankings.
Well, I think for the Warriors, coming down the final stretch of the season, about a month left, I think they're in a pretty good spot.
Matter of fact, they're in the #1 spot.
Well, #1 is a good spot, isn't it, Ernie?
Last I checked, it doesn't get better than that. And getting back to that first half we just saw, guys, what a show MP is putting on.
You gotta love what MP is doing. Looking like a true superstar. Reminds me of myself and Ernie.
You know, I don't need this kind of abuse. I don't have to be here. Like, we can go one-on-one right now. Shaq, you know what? Ernie, you referee. Shaq, you get the ball. No shots in the paint allowed.
What'd you say?
Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
After a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Kicking off the second half. Here's Steve Kerr's 5. Butler out there with Trace Jackson Davis. Then it's MP. Then there's Bogdan Bogdanovic. And it's Curry in at the 2. And Doris, when you have a veteran roster with some of the injury history of these Clippers, load management becomes a big consideration.
And B.A., how impressive is the resiliency of this team in the face of all that injury history they have? Credit the front office for the depth they have developed and the coaching staff for their incredible adaptability. It is nothing short of remarkable.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Jazz really lit up the floor. He dropped an amazing number of points and put up double digits in 3
Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. Harden out there with Colin Sexton. And it's Washington in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Tim, these days, things are changing for modern NBA big men.
Well, there is no doubt when I played, every team had 4 or 5 legitimate post players, and the ball went in to the low post regularly throughout the game. I think now the difference is you have to have versatility in your game. Teams are looking for bigs that can shoot it, handle it, and facilitate.
Valuable pieces for sure.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Over a minute and a half into the
I can see that from a mile away. You can step my money about a mile away. I got the white like me coat with the rolls like a sharp bait. And all of my
Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court. James Harden out there with Colin Sexton. And it's Washington in at small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. You know, words sometimes don't do justice to MP's greatness on the court, Grant. But how about numbers? A 20-20-20 triple-double.
Oh, B.A., the kind of stat stuffing we'd only seen before from Wilt Chamberlain and Russell Westbrook. He's lighting up box scores, opponents, marquees, you name it. He is here to shine.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against Utah was all business. He dropped an amazing number of points, and that's not to mention the fact that by the end of the night, he had a triple-double. He was really special in that game, and they're hoping he can repeat that kind of performance tonight. Guys, back to you.
Nice work, Allie. Thank you. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight. Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
And in today's NBA, it seems like everyone has a three-point shot, Clark. That didn't used to be the case.
You're exactly right, B.A. In the good old days, way back in the day, threes were mostly for specialists. It just shows you how much the game and the players have evolved.
And here are the Clippers now. After the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago, Washington a screen to the inside. And Washington powers it through.
Love how aggressive Harden is in the pick and roll. Exceptional at shooting and passing after getting the screen.
Pass to Curry. Back to MP. The 3. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
We are all still talking MP's triple-double, Grant. A 60-20-10 game. My goodness.
Oh, as if 60 points isn't enough. MP adding in those 20 rebounds, 10 assists. Come on, BA. That's just not fair.
Guys, it's hard to shake Harden off his game. He's so strong and skilled. He keeps his balance right where he needs it.
Now here's MP. Non-stop scoring machine right here. Connects from downtown.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. There's the double with Bogdanovic. Pass to Washington. Leonard outside. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Offensive board. Oh, MP with a block.
Big time point blank denial there by MP. Great reaction.
And the new group getting ready for the Warriors. Nurkic has checked in for Jackson Davis. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Jimmy Butler. Moody's checked in for Bogdanovic. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Stephen Curry. Now here's Pajemski. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. A nice shot by MP.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Here's Leonard. He's got 5. Back to Harden. Takes the 3. Harden missing again.
The perimeter game has failed him thus far. Hit 1 from range in the first half, but nothing since.
Here's MP. Soft touch off the glass.
It's been a good night for him overall and a good night for this team.
Los Angeles has gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. Outside Harden, looking to end the run. The Warriors pull it in.
I didn't care for his shot selection that time. He needs to let the game come to him a little bit. Just relax, take your time some.
Back to MP. Moody passes to Alston. Shot clock at 5. 4-3. Another bucket. Wow. Oh, and there's 80 points.
Oh, wow. Just wow. This guy is on another level.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Harden with a bucket.
Harden's so good at getting the shot he wants and making tough shots when he has to. Great agility.
And again, another assist. That's another dime from him.
He's tallying them up fast, B.A.
And so it's Sexton who brings up the ball for Los Angeles. Harden, the pass to Leonard. Back to Harden. Washington, right side. Pass to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. Pulls up. And it's MP with a rebound. MP's got his 16th rebound on the night. Here's Kuminga. Another possession, another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
I mean, keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates, incredible.
Stolen by MP. And again. And there it is. 82 points.
This is a game that he will never forget. I know I won't.
Pass to Leonard. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Alston. Now the Warriors with it. Next game, they'll get to take on the Lakers in Los Angeles. That'll wrap up this short 2-game road trip.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
And here's Harden. He's got 9. And a foul called on MP. That's his 3rd foul so far.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. The defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Bradley Beal, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Now here's Leonard. 5 points in the game. Harden misses.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
Of all the accolades James Harden has racked up, what do you think he'll be most remembered for?
doesn't seem like the analytics folks are often
All they care about the chains and the wrist, watch the goddess change. This is something only God can change. Don't get mad at me when I complain about how 4 and 5 black women are beasts. Half of the murders us killing in the streets. Almost half of abortions too. This is a rap verse, but this is a warning too. And go against God like it's nothing more to do. But y'all don't care, y'all just really want to force us new. Want to gang bang, do drugs, wish drugs all above. Sell drugs till you in the jail cell, not the club. Now another single mother, cause we lost another brother. Sold to an undercover, kids gotta raise each other. This what you want for the future? Or are you trying to look cool on computers? Claim you a king, but blame the white man. When something bad happens, you feel like a loser. And keep voting the same way. Why? Cause your parents did it too. Truth is your parents are ignorant too, and politicians know it, so now they got you. We changing the culture every day of the week.
Fans of the mid-range jumper. But Richard, where do you stand on that?
Well, I think great players have to use the mid-range jumper because most teams are protecting the paint and the three-point line. So for the best players, the shot creators, the guys that need to score buckets, they've got to have an in-between game.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got MP. Nurkic is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then there's Brandon Pajemski. And it's Moody in at the 3, the small forward. Los Angeles calls timeout. For the Clippers, Nick Richards comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's Mitchell in for Colin Sexton. Kuminga against Leonard. And it's Beal in the corner. Mitchell sets the screen for Beal. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Jazz really lit up the floor. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and he really stuffed that stat sheet for them, ending up with a triple-double. That night will be etched in people's memories. He was relentless. I'm curious to see how he follows it up. Guys?
All right, Allie, great stuff as always. It certainly was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
You know, you just can't say enough about the statistical mark that MP is putting up. I mean, Greg, this is just amazing stuff. How about his 20, 20, and 20 triple-double? I've never said that before. I mean, this is incredible.
And Kevin, something we've only seen from the likes of Wilt and Westbrook, right? That's the kind of dynamic, prolific dominance you've got to exhibit to manufacture a stat line like that.
And here's Leonard. Following the three-pointer by MP. Pass to Beal. To the paint. Looking for Richards and gets it there.
Since entering the league back in 2012, Beal has really improved his passing, and it shows in his assist number.
Hits it again. Wow. That's 91, an incredible feat.
This is just flat out insane.
And Los Angeles guys shooting 47% since getting things started in the third quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Back to Beal. Here's the screen. Mitchell in the corner. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-pointer.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Warriors.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
And they've also not only created turnovers tonight, but converted on them. All game long, that strategy has been paying off.
MP with video game numbers. How about the 60, 20, and 10 triple-double?
An all-time game in league history. MP just doing everything. This guy is a human cheat code.
And here's Jones, following the three-pointer by MP. Herter passes to Beal. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Pajemski. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Nice adjustment there, going to the full court press, trying to ratchet up.
This is a 5-star world premiere.
Here's Mitchell. He's got 7. They've got Derek Jones. Bradley Beal's out there with Mitchell. Then there's Kevin Herter, and it's Richards in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Now here's Mitchell, making a mark on the offensive end, scoring around 13 a game.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
You know, words sometimes don't do justice to MP's greatness on the court, Grant. But how about numbers? A 20-20-20 triple-double.
Oh, B.A., the kind of stat stuffing we'd only seen before from Wilt Chamberlain and Russell Westbrook. He's lighting up box scores, opponents, marquees, you name it. He is here to shine.
Butler's checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Podziemski. Well, Los Angeles shooting 41% since halftime. There's Herter with the 3. And it's MP with a rebound. Austin's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Curry passes to MP. Back to Curry. MP outside. From downtown. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Jones finds Mitchell. Now here's Jones. They need this. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Golden State Warriors showing no mercy and just piling it on, looking dominant and focused right now. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see. Clippers will go for a different look here. Ivica Zubac checked in for Richards. Leonard comes in for Jones. Washington's checked in for Bradley Beal. And it's Colin Sexton in for Mitchell. So on the floor for Golden State, Yusuf Nurkic is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then there's Bogdan Bogdanovic. Then it's MP. And it's Shepard in at the 2. We are all still talking MP's triple-double, Grant. A 60-20-10 game. My goodness.
Oh, as if 60 points isn't enough. MP adding in those 20 rebounds, 10 assists. Come on, B.A. That's just not fair.
Time called here. The Warriors decide to talk it over. They're leading.
That day's coming down, yeah. It's a gift and a curse. You know what I'm saying?
Pack it up, pack it in, let me begin.
I step up in the spot off top, reppin' for the king. When the bass pump, we get it jumping. Trampoline, my Brody told me, homie, go hard. And so I cleaned up the flow so quick and I was second in the
Jackson Davis is checked in for the Warriors. And the Warriors with possession. They're on a 10-2.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Kicks it out to MP. Now here's Bogdanovich. Alston passes to Kuminga. Some nice passing by Golden State here. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And it's pretty incredible when you look at the body of work this year, guys. I mean, when they hit 70 wins, we were astounded. And then now, the wins continuing to pile up in what's been truly a remarkable and special season. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for MP.
Well, he just checked so many boxes tonight. He got buckets for himself, created for his team, and as a result, he just racked up a triple-double.
Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. Harden out there with Colin Sexton. And it's Washington in at the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. MP with video game numbers. How about the 60, 20, and 10 triple-double?
An all-time game in league history. MP just doing everything. This guy is a human cheat code.
Inside, pass to Shepard. MP fires from way outside. And the Warriors, another three.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
And this run should seal this win. What a timely burst.
To the right side. To halt the run, and it's Washington missing. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking. Feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Say millions of dollars. Are you a rich man? You have a lot of possessions, a lot of money in the bank.
It's a big drip, the strip equipped like a 40 with a big clip. High priest, the cornerstone, that's a big brick. You would change the game, man, with a big six. Great game. It's a big drip, the strip equipped like a 40 with a big tip. Plenty oil in the lamp, that's a big tip. Say pretty one up here like slick. Twice, better than I never did. Like brand new. Saying I was off, now we're on again. Just like that. make it in. I don't like it on the G. Everybody know I'm trying to win. All the haters never get the stones. I can see you on their phones. They don't know that I am in my zone. When they call, I'm picking up the phone. They know the lifestyle, I know I don't. You throwing stones, they only breaking bones. But you can never ever take the soul. I'm going to a place you never go. I am just a messenger. I know you wanna slow me down. I ain't coming from the low, and I know he gon' hold me down. I can hear the earth moving, all the sound. It's going down. Everything we see is going down. It's going down. I was in the same, it's going down. Everybody throwing stones and everything is going down. I get the feeling that we'll be around when everything is going down. I'm just a messenger. Slow me down, slow me down. Hey, God, you know I got it. Hold on, this ain't the one to drop it. I'ma live forgotten. You just wanna mock it. He will shut the door and then he gonna lock it. You might be in the book, but he can block you. In his own minute,
dude.
I know sometimes you wanna get away. You've been praying for a better day. Maybe you've been leaving letters straight. Put your faith in God and he will never fade. I'm just here to let you know it's only going down. And you don't wanna play around. Time is only ticking now. One day you gon' give him an account. If you're looking, you can see the sign. You need to realign. Your body need to refine.
You'll get up about to be ready.
Don't be living in the time. Gotta stand it. Yeah, it's fine. Stay connected to the mind. We the last of a dying kind. I am just a messenger. I know you wanna slow me down. I ain't coming from the Lord, and I know he gon' hold me down. I can hear the and I wanna know the sound. It's going down. Everything we see is going down. It's going down. I was just to say it's going down. And everybody throwing stones and everything is going down.
Mama, there goes that man.
When everything is going down. I am just a messenger. I know you wanna slow me down. I've written many songs glorifying it. Yeah, don't get distracted by this.
Greetings, it's 2K Sports bringing you live coverage of the NBA. This is our Sunday night broadcast. And coming into this game, Grant, is it fair to say this feels like it should be a blowout?
Well, on paper, that would be the assumption. But, B.A., this is why we play the games. Anything can happen, and any team can pull off an upset.
All right, a report waiting for us courtside with all the details on this standout season for MP.
He just had an all-time moment breaking Wilt Chamberlain's single-season points record. Him and Wilt are still the only players in NBA history with over 4,000 points in a year. He told me he hopes to add to this record tonight. I'm betting he will, guys.
I'm with you. No doubt about that. The starters for the Golden State Warriors. Butler out there with Moses Moody. Then it's Trace Jackson Davis. Then it's MP. And it's Curry in at the shooting guard position. You know, words sometimes don't do justice to MP's greatness on the court, Grant. But how about numbers? A 20-20-20 triple-double.
Oh, B.A., the kind of stat stuffing we've only seen before from Wilt Chamberlain and Russell Westbrook. He's lighting up box scores, opponents, marquees, you name it. He is here to shine.
Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. From deep, here's Doncic.
Out there in the city eating Western takeaways, and he packed up his guitar and tried to find a place to play. But they changed his head and made sure he was. And his love scores were the things he didn't have to say. Right on, right on, right on, right on.
Give it back, yeah, yeah, find you in paradise. Oh, give it to
Here's Doncic. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Curry is out there with MP. Then there's Moses Moody. Then it's Butler. And it's Jackson Davis in at the
Have mercy.
Wow.
I tell you what, Butler is a physical dunker. I mean, he takes his craft seriously. I just love watching this guy take off.
Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. LA's gone 0 of 2 from DJ. Here's Doncic.
Just shut the country down, trust me. It'll make Donald Trump look bad. Plus,
And Jackson Davis comes to help. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside. On the floor for the Warriors. They've got MP, Moses Moody out there with Butler. Then they're stepping.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. MP out there with Stephen Curry. Then it's Trace Jackson Davis. Then there's Moses Moody. And it's Butler in at the 4. Now MP. After Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go. And MP throws it down hard. MP with video game numbers. How about the 60, 20, and 10 triple-double?
An all-time game in league history. MP just doing everything. This guy is a human cheat code.
Lakers have gone 0 of 3 for the field to start the game. And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Jimmy Butler.
And sometimes you have to adjust your game as Father Time starts to take a toll. And I think we've seen that. He's still a valuable contributor. And look, what he may be doing less in terms of raw scoring output, his veteran presence certainly offsets.
Connect with it. Defended by Moody. 6 to shoot. Outside Garland. Over Butler. And the Lakers with another miss.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Back to Alston. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. MP's got 10.
Boy, somebody lit a fire under this guy. I mean, he's crushing it right now.
Lakers trail by 14. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Los Angeles with another miss.
Rough patch here. 5 straight misses to begin the game.
It's good. Butler's got his second bucket of the night.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Pass to Reed. Over Alston. And nothing is falling for him right now. You know, you just can't say enough about the statistical marks that MP is putting up. I mean, Greg, this is just amazing stuff. How about his 20, 20, and 20 triple-double? I've never said that before. I mean, this is incredible.
And, Kevin, something we'd only seen from the likes of Wilt and Westbrook, right? That's the kind of dynamic, prolific dominance you've got to exhibit to manufacture a stat line like that.
And let's take a look at the numbers for MP. First in rebounding. And with his incredible court vision, he's first in the league in assists per game. And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Looking for their first basket of the game. On the floor for the Warriors. They've got Stephen Curry. Moody is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Trace Jackson-Davis. And it's MP in at the 1. Now here's MP. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. We are all still talking MP's triple-double, Grant. A 60-20-10 game. My goodness.
Oh, as if 60 points isn't enough. MP adding in those 20 rebounds, 10 assists. Come on, BA. That's just not fair.
Here's Reeves. After the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago. Doncic, no good.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
The 3 from Curry.
Who's calling it? Who's calling it? Who's calling it?
Me in my house.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. They've got Moody. Jimmy Butler is out there with Trace Jackson-Davis. Then it's Curry. And it's Alston in at the point. You know, you just can't say enough about the statistical marks that MP is putting up. I mean, Greg, this is just amazing stuff. How about his 20-20 and 20 triple-double? I've never said that before. I mean, this is incredible.
Kevin, something we've only seen from the likes of Wilt and Westbrook, right? That's the kind of dynamic, prolific dominance you've got to exhibit to manufacture a stat line like that.
Reeves finds Doncic.
He is just struggling right now to find his way and trying to regain his confidence. And another miss for him. It's been this way all night, and that is tough for his team to overcome.
And Reeves has got the ball here for Los Angeles. Looking for the first basket of the game. And the rejection by MP.
Well, it's not only been a rough quarter for him, but he's actually had a negative impact on his team's overall performance.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers in their last game, a loss to the Hornets.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that one. One thing would go wrong, and then another, really the story of the game.
Well, let's give their opponent some credit for sensing that and putting him away. They were completely dominated.
Now Alston, after Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go. Back to Alston. Golden State moving it around. For the three, cracks in the tray. MP's got 17 now. MP with video game numbers. How about the 60, 20, and 10 triple-double?
An all-time game in league history. MP just doing everything. This guy is a human cheat code.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Clippers put on a show. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and he did everything else he could have wanted as well, ending with a triple-double. Truly, one of the most exceptional performances we've seen in recent memory. A monster night for him. Back to you.
Nice work there, Allie. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Well, he really lit it up. Maybe we'll see a repeat performance tonight.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
We always talk about getting high percentage shots, and they are teaching a master class in that right now. Really tough quarter for him shooting the basketball.
He was very little.
One, two, three, go!
Waking up in a dream, sleepwalking on another big stage. And
Now Los Angeles with it. Searching for their first points of the game. So on the floor for Golden State, we've got Trace Jackson-Davis, Butler out there with Moody. Then there's Stephen Curry, and it's MP in at the one spot. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I did briefly speak with J.J. Redick. He said, let's be honest, Jimmy Butler is one guy we have to be aware of at all times. When it comes to a player who's as versatile as he is, that means the D has to be versatile too. That means showing Butler various looks and various defenders. Back over to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. You know, words sometimes don't do justice to MP's greatness on the court, Grant. But how about numbers? A 20-20-20 triple-double.
Oh, B.A., the kind of stat stuffing we'd only seen before from Wilt Chamberlain and Russell Westbrook. He's lighting up box scores, opponents, marquees, you name it. He is here to shine.
Vanderbilt to pass to Joe. Curry against Doncic. 6 to shoot. And here's Reeves outside.
Not like that, I'm gonna tell the world, every boy and girl, I love Jesus. I love Jesus. It's gonna be cool
Now, Doncic. Last game he had 28 points. And Golden State looking at who they've got. They've got Moses Moody. MP out there with Curry. And there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Jackson-Davis in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Never easy guarding Luka, who looks to get to the line amongst the toughest covers in the NBA.
And he sinks the second. And here are the Warriors now. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, despite the challenges of being away from home, they were able to execute cleanly and look really fresh out there.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Clippers put on a show. He had an unbelievable amount of points and put up double digits in 3 categories. He just went out there and played his game, absolutely owning the opposition in the process. Back to you guys.
Great stuff, Allie. In stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again. Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
You know, you just can't say enough about the statistical marks that MP is putting up. I mean, Greg, this is just amazing stuff. How about his 20, 20, and 20 triple-double? I've never said that before. I mean, this is incredible.
And Kevin, something we'd only seen from the likes of Wilt and Westbrook, right? That's the kind of dynamic, prolific dominance you've got to exhibit to manufacture a stat line like that. I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going. And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter.
Butler dishes to Curry. Here's Moody. The shot's good. Alston making the play. Moody's got his third basket of the night right there.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to...
Mama ready to prayer?
We've got 1:55 left to play in the first. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
On the floor for the Warriors. Trace Jackson Davis out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then it's Moses Moody. And it's Alston in at the point. We are all still talking MP's triple-double, Grant. A 60-20-10 game. My goodness.
Oh, as if...
Oh, it is nice to be young. MP.
A terrific view of that move captured on the connected cam, thanks to AT&T. .116 left in the first quarter. Here are the Lakers with the ball. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Hornets.
On the road, they got owned defensively. They just couldn't match the activity level of their opponent.
Well, that's the big challenge. Teams tend to feel more comfortable at home for sure, so you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. That just didn't happen in this one.
58 seconds left in the opening quarter. And it's Westbrook with the ball for Los Angeles. Let's go with a three. Rebounded by Butler. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Hits a three-pointer.
Oh, flawless start for him here in the first quarter.
There's 37 seconds left in the first. Pass to Doncic. The three. It's rebounded by Golden State. Jackson Davis has got his 5th rebound in this one. From deep, MP. Another three for Golden State.
And continues his perfect night. It's unreal. I just hope he doesn't believe in the announcer's jinx.
From deep, here's Doncic. Hauled in by Curry.
Well, he wanted to answer that three with one of his own. Unfortunately, he couldn't knock it down.
Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. And guess what? Mission accomplished.
There is no doubt about it. They've done a great job minimizing all of the external factors.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors making this game a no contest. They poured it on early, and they've never let up. And their three-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. Welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of bath. His last time out. And the Warriors make some changes. Moody's checked in for Peyton. Stephen Curry comes in for Bogdanovich. And MP subbed in for Shed.
Timeout called for the Lakers. Okay, Lakers fans, here they are.
And great passing, so often the thing that separates the good from the great. Who, for your money, Tim, is the best in the association?
Well, what's crazy, B.A., is I think the top of the list belongs to a center. Trey, Nikola Jokic, to me, an all-time talent, still in his prime, and his playmaking ability, unquestionably, the best we have ever seen at the center position.
Never seen any player like him. He's amazing.
Maybe never will, either.
On the floor for the Warriors. Brandon Pajemski out there with Moody. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. Then it's MP, and it's Curry in at the two-guard spot.
All right, that's 2 fouls, not a big deal, but you don't want to pick up that third before the half.
Vanderbilt to pass to Westbrook. Laravia with a screen. 6 on the shot clock. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock.
Clark, we see more coaches nowadays keeping a cool-headed, calm demeanor on the sideline.
And, Kevin, I love it. I mean, you don't have to yell and scream to get your point across, and every coach has to coach according to his personality, but I do like the fact that we see more coaches being mindful of how they coach and recognizing that overly demonstrative behavior doesn't necessarily improve the outcome.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. Stephen Curry's out there with MP. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. Then there's Moody. And it's Podziemski in at the 3 spot. MP with video game numbers. How about the 60, 20, and 10 triple-double?
An all-time game in league history. MP just doing everything. This guy is a human cheat code.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Clippers delivered quite a performance. He dropped an amazing number of points, and he did everything else you could have wanted as well, ending with a triple-double. It was a performance that will stick with the fans for a long time. Let's see what he has in store for us in this one.
Great stuff as always, Allie. Thank you. It certainly was a special night for him.
On the floor for the Warriors, we've got Brandon Podziemski, Jonathan Kuminga.
I go on and on, can't understand how it lasts so long. I must have superpowers, back to
Here's Westbrook. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Every so often, Tim, you heard the term defensive anchor. What defines one in the way you look at the game?
Well, I think it's that player that's on the back line, protecting the rim, but also able to see the entire floor. That is where your best communicator.
Prayer hands. Yeah.
Praise the Lord and keep faith. So I pray, remembering the days of my youth.
All right, ready?
So on the floor for Golden State, MP is out there with Stephen Curry. Then it's Kuminga, then it's Moses Moody, and it's Podziemski in at the small forward position. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Clippers put on a show. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he really stuffed that stat sheet for them, ending up with a triple-double. He was clearly on a mission, and no one was getting in his way. A flat-out dominant performance.
That's good stuff, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double it, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
You know, words sometimes don't do justice to MP's greatness on the court, Grant. But how about numbers? A 20-20-20 triple-double.
Oh, B.A., the kind of stat stuffing we'd only seen before from Wilt Chamberlain and Russell Westbrook. He's lighting up box scores, opponents, marquees, you name it. He is here to shine.
And Clark, whether we're comparing players or voting for the annual awards, defense is a factor that is often undervalued.
Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly. I mean, we love to see people score in a variety of ways. We like to see that offensive skill set on display. But, you know, defensive stats are critically important, but not as easy to identify and count. But yet, and still, it's half the game, so you can't overlook it.
To the paint. Kicks it out to Westbrook. And again, unable to change momentum here. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. We are all still talking MP's triple-double, Grant. A 60-20-10 game. My goodness.
Oh, as if 60 points isn't enough. MP adding in those 20 rebounds, 10 assists. Come on, B.A. That's just not fair.
Now here's Westbrook. 9 points in his last outing. Westbrook missing again.
Look, I know he wanted to answer with a three of his own, but you gotta play smarter. Play your...
And another dime for it.
He has his eyes set on that season assist record for every pass he makes.
Already has the second most and now continues to march toward that top spot. To the middle. Kicks it out to Westbrook. Here's Joe. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist. Westbrook's got his third assist of the night. Outside Curry. From outside the arc. Oh, he's on fire. 8 for 8 and just looking relentless.
This is how competitive Curry is. You got a great competitive spirit. You drain a three on him, guess what? He's looking to come right back at you.
Pass to connect. Over to the wing. Vanderbilt to pass to Westbrook. 5 on the clock.
Here's Westbrook. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Well, Richard, has definitely become a shooter's league. The ability to knock down threes now becoming pivotal.
Oh, I think it's fascinating to see.